Hello folks, today is Friday, September 8th, 2023. As usual, my name is Jake Baldino, here to get you caught up on all the gaming news that has been going on this week. It's a spicy week with a lot of rumors, so we're going to start off with the rumor mill stuff first. Of course, take all this with a grain of salt because it is rumors, but the first is about Red Dead Redemption 3. I can't believe we're even talking about this. Red Dead Redemption 3. Do we need a Red Dead Redemption 3? I mean, I would play it.
Yeah.
Story-wise, I'm good. Cowboy rootin' tootin', I need it. Yeah, so the newest rumor on the street is that Rockstar is working on Red Dead Redemption 3. The rumor, which comes from @MyTimeToShine on Twitter, who has gotten some stuff right, some leaked stuff in the movie world right, so that's why some people are paying attention to this account, suggests that Red Dead Redemption 3 is a thing that is in the works because obviously, Rockstar has been very much in the weeds for the next Grand Theft Auto for a very long time. So once that starts to actually start being announced and released, they're going to ramp up and start work on their next game, and that's Red Dead Redemption 3. This is Insider Gaming who reported this from this account. They report on leaks and stuff all the time. Some of them are a stretch, some of them aren't. This one, to me, does sound like a stretch. And again, I think it's very much one thing at a time, and especially with Rockstar, I imagine that they're focused on Grand Theft Auto 6, and then after that even releases, they're going to be focused on that for a really long time, because who knows what the deal is with that thing. But a Red Dead Redemption 3, the Insider Gaming article, which I will link in the description down below, suggests, like, what if it was based like a prequel to the prequel? And I feel like that's just getting kind of ridiculous. But with the story, whatever, I would play another one. So I want to pass that question to you guys. What would you want from another Red Dead Redemption game? And if they are making one anyway, it's probably going to be like 2020 gazillion, 2028, who knows. That was the crazy rumor for this week, but the more believable rumor, somewhat more credible rumor comes from VGC Video Games Chronicles and a couple of other confirming places, suggesting that the Switch 2 is definitely a thing. I mean, I know we've talked about Switch 2 rumors for a while, Switch 2 leaks, all that stuff. But this one suggests that Nintendo actually showed this thing off behind closed doors at Gamescom. Gamescom, of course, the big European in Germany game convention that went on just like a couple of weeks back, has a lot more like developer-focused game developer stuff behind closed doors at Gamescom, like secret stuff. So this, as of right now, report is suggesting that this thing will have a 2024 release. But the behind closed doors presentation of the Switch 2 essentially showed off that Matrix City demo, that Unreal Engine 5 thing, apparently, according to this report, as well as Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild running at a higher frame rate and resolution. Along with that, there are still other rumors floating around, of course, like whether or not it'll be backwards compatible. It seems like it will be. It may change the cartridge format or size. Who knows? But the bottom line is, at least from what people have maybe seen at Gamescom, means that they are beefing up the tech specs of it a bit. There's a possibility that some developers or like some of the bigger publishers out there have developer kits in their hands. We don't know for sure. Again, this is all rumors, but Switch 2, more and more we talk about leaks and rumors and stuff, seems like it's going to be a thing soon. And we've had the Switch for a while, and it seems like it's time. Next up, it's worth talking about in the news, Starfield. Most people are jumping into Starfield by now. We put out a before you buy video on it. I put out another video on my channel talking about it. I'm probably one of the more critical reviews of the game, but ultimately it's a fun Bethesda game with all the Bethesda game stuff. Some flaws, but ultimately I like it. So if you want to check that out, be sure. And now that everybody's playing it and not just arguing about reviews online about it, it seems like things are going fairly well. Steam, it is rated very positive, and Xbox announced that it already passed the 1 million concurrent player count, which is a pretty big ass milestone. I think what's worth pointing out with this is that as much as like you and me, if you're watching, like we're more of like the hardcore news gamer crowd, we're like squabbling about this stuff all day. Bethesda games have a massive mainstream appeal, like of an audience that aren't online all day. So they come out of the woodworks to buy Fallout 4, Skyrim for the 8th time, and now I guess Starfield. So a lot of that may be coming from that, but still, Starfield is definitely a booming right now. And also the mods. The mods are starting to come out slowly, and there's a lot of stuff there in terms of fixes, funny stuff. One mod, this was from Tom Warren on Twitter who posted this. There is a Nexus mod listing that replaces the Bethesda splash screen at the start with a PlayStation Studios one. Why are we like this? What do we do? Is this like weird console wars stuff? We need to start bullying people about the console wars. Yeah. Anyway. different world, I guess. I don't know. For some people, this stuff is like the Mets and the Yankees. But the other thing worth pointing out is a pretty interesting article. Polygon did a deep dive on the modders who essentially were on the ground floor immediately creating mods and script editor stuff for Starfield as soon as it launched, and like why they did it, what the plans are moving forward, and how Starfield modding is only really getting started because Bethesda's going to release tools and the modding community themselves are cooking up a bunch of other cool things. So if you want to read up on Starfield mods and all that craziness, check out that link in a description. Now, also speaking of big, overwhelming, massive RPGs, but in a very different type, Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is great. We really love it. And now it's out on PlayStation 5. And it's worth pointing out this article from Eurogamer that reports directly from the developers, Larian Studios, that on the roadmap is full crossplay. That is in the works, so you'll be able to play PC, PS5 cooperatively with somebody, and eventually when the Xbox version releases as well. That is very good to hear because Baldur's Gate 3, like I said, is really good, but also the co-op aspect of it is even more, in my opinion, as someone who doesn't make games, it just seems very miraculous and very cool. So to be able to do that online and crossplay seems like a win, just another value add, so I'll take it. If you are playing Baldur's Gate 3 this weekend on PlayStation 5, good luck, have fun. A lot of characters to romance. Go get weird. And before we keep going, just jumping over here to talk about today's sponsor, the longtime sponsor, Vessi. If you're new to the channel or you're not already part of the club, you should know that Vessi are like the go-to dependable shoes that we've been recommending for a long time now. I got a fresh pair right here, and the big thing with Vessi is that it's like super liberating because they're 100% waterproof. So not only are they versatile and comfortable, but your socks stay dry no matter what, but they keep your feet cool in the summer and warm in the winter. More recently, I've been looking for something lighter and a little crazier, so I'm going with their Stormburst line. But Vessi has been going far beyond just sneakers. They're continuing the waterproof trend with something new. All right, this is their new Overcast jacket, which kind of continues their trend of waterproof everything but being comfortable. This thing is a waterproof shell, but it's really good, and I can move. The inside has this really nice fleece lining. The pockets have zippers, so you're protected. The sleeves are raglan cut, so a little bit more movability, and you just look cooler. And it's just got a big hood, which I like because it makes me look cool, like I'm in a video game. So if you want to check out their new Overcast jacket, I'm wearing a large, or if you just want to check out Vessi sneakers, all you got to do is click the link in the description down below or head to vessi.com/gameranx and use code gameranx for 15% off your order. Once again, that's vessi.com/gameranx. Use code gameranx for 15% off your order, and big thanks to Vessi for sponsoring our videos. Also, some other things releasing. One game I wanted to highlight that we forgot to mention last week. It was like a typo in my notes. Sea of Stars is out. It's been out. This is like a love letter to some classic style RPGs, and people seem to be loving it. I am dying to get my hands on it as soon as all the crazy other releases slow down, because this seems like a great one, so I wanted to just take a minute and highlight it. We are interviewing one of the heads of the game development studio on the Friends Per Second podcast I do with my pals, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But Sea of Stars seems really great. It's another game with star in the word. Too many star games, too many RPGs, but if you're looking for another one, this one seems to be a banger. Also, on totally opposite sides, NBA 2K24 is releasing this week. So if you are into basketball and you're into the yearly release sports games types of things, here's another one. Also, a trailer dropped, like a little bit of a cinematic teaser type thing for Bloodlines 2. Yes, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is back. And I'm so happy because this game seemed like it was in development hell for a long time. A lot of change-ups behind the scenes and who's working on it. And now this teaser reveals that we're going to get more information soon. And the game is apparently poised for a fall 2024 release. I really hope it's good. I always say this, I'm like a broken record, but the more vampire games, the better. Also, you remember a couple weeks back, Nintendo announced that Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario, Luigi, so many other characters, is officially stepping back from the role and kind of switching to a Mario ambassador role where he's just going to travel the world, sign autographs, do events and stuff like that. And someone else is going to take the reins. They said that they would put out an official video, and now that official video is out. It's got Shigeru Miyamoto himself and Charles Martinet just kind of talking about it. And it's mostly stuff we've already heard. It was basically an announcement again, but from their mouths, which fine. The whole changing of the guard, the way this whole thing has gone down just feels a little awkward. It may be just like old school Japanese corporate businessman type thing, why it feels kind of weird like this, but regardless of how it goes down or whatever, Charles seems like he rules, and we just wish him the best and thank him for all the years of happiness and kind of setting the tone or the stage for modern Mario games with his simple little voices that just made a big impact. Also, he's rocking the long hair now, and he looks like Gabe Newell, and that's cool. Other updates, the character trailers for Mortal Kombat 1 just keep on rolling. The game's out soon. We haven't been able to keep up with it too much, but the newest one is a character reveal trailer for Nitara, who is played by Megan Fox. So there's that. Also, if you're into watching YouTube stuff, they just dropped a new Hot Ones, the eating spicy wings interview thing with none other than Ed Boon, one of the co-creators of Mortal Kombat. So he's talking Mortal Kombat 1 while eating wings. And also, they did show a little tiny snippet of Jean-Claude Van Damme as Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 1 as a skin. That's been a thing for a while. People have been wanting to get a look at it. And here it is. He looks weird. Also, a really exciting trailer just highlighting all the updates and this final update for Sifu, the Arenas update. This is the last update. It is out now, and I loved that game when it released. It was pretty up there on my Game of the Year list, but I haven't really gone back to it much, and now I really, really, really want to. I feel like I'm missing out. There's a lot going on here, a lot of modes, different costumes, so if you just played the base game like me and that was it, seems like you could jump back in and have a good time again. Also, IGN had an exclusive 11 minutes of Alan Wake 2 gameplay. I'm good. I've seen enough from this game. I don't need spoilers or anything. I'm already very excited for it, so I'm going in blind. But if you wanted to check out more gameplay and just some little Easter eggs and stuff and references to other Remedy games dropped in this gameplay video, you can check that out. That's linked down below. But oh man, another news story about the fate of E3. Yeah, there's an update. So as you probably know, ReedPop, the organization that puts on a lot of events like PAX and I think New York Comic Con and stuff like that, they had signed a deal to work with the ESA for many years to put on E3. Well, now the ESA and ReedPop are parting ways. It seems like after last year where they didn't get E3 off the ground and it just didn't happen, it seems like they couldn't really get things going, so now they have separated, and with this comes the confirmation that there might be an E3 next year, but it's not going to take place where it has taken place for many years, the LA Convention Center, so things might be kind of different. And along with that, we just know that the regulation body, the ESA themselves, they are working on a complete revamp for E3 in 2025. Is that going to be enough? It feels like all the other events, all the other publishers, all the Jeff Keighley's, all those things are moving fast and things are rapidly changing. So can this regulatory body organization who still needs to find a new partner to put on events cobble something good enough together to make an impact for 2024 or really 2025? That remains to be seen, but thankfully for us, there's plenty of video game news to watch everywhere all the time now. It never stops. So with that being said, I do want to hear from you guys in the comments what you think about everything going on this week. I'd love to know what you think about all the news stories, from Starfield's player count to the mods to the wild Red Dead Redemption 3 rumors, to the biggest and most important thing in my opinion, what are you playing this weekend? There's so much stuff that's been out. There's a lot of stuff dropping right now, so there's going to be a pinned comment below this video, which we use for feedback. So comment on that and let us know what you're playing for research. There's so much stuff going on. I'm overwhelmed with all the games right now. I'm playing some other ones behind the scenes for reviews soon, so keep your eyes peeled. Obviously, September and October is very busy, but if you want to yell at me directly, we will be in the comments as much as possible, but if you want to yell right at me, find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jake Baldino. And if you like what we do here, we just yap about the news, we get you caught up every week. Clicking the like button helps us. Thank you. We're here every Friday for you, but all I ask of you is to be safe, have a good weekend. Pizza's on me. See ya.